A young girl's vision for a food pantry is derailed by a fire. She might be down, she is not out.
And the UMaine football team heads west, hoping to make a little history. We'll have a live report from Utah.
And for the first time ever, sitting in the now co-anchor chair tonight, it's Shannon. Buckle up. This is News Center now.
And welcome to Now. I'm News Center Shannon Moss.
And I'm Lee Goldberg. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. How long has it been?
It's been a while. I can't believe they let us sit next to each other and actually anchor a newscast
I feel like
together.
There might be somebody that puts an end to that real quick, so we should probably get going. Hey, Keith Carson, dude, cold.
Yeah.
Cold.
Bitter.
Come on, man.
I know, and you're going to have to get used to it, but it's going to be quiet. So that's the trade-off. We're bored here in the weather office. It's good news for everyone else. 29 in Cape Elizabeth right now, 29 in Portland. We actually did a little bit better than the models thought again today, into the upper 30s for highs. I mean, not that warm, but it feels pretty good. Take a look out into Berlin at 16 already, 4 below at Mount Washington. They have all the fun up there. You head to the north and temperatures in the 20s to right around 30 degrees in most spots. But already 16 in Frenchville. It is going to be a very cold night. A couple of snow showers out towards Holton here and just to the south of Bridgewater. These have been very scattered snow showers, and we'll see a couple of those over the next few days. But the vast majority of us, say 90–95% of us, will be dry for the next 7 days at least, till the next storm comes in about 8–9 days. So we widen it out pretty clear. That allows radiational cooling to take effect tonight, so temperatures will fall quickly. I've taken the computer model numbers and chopped off a couple of degrees in most spots. So we'll be right around 10 in Portland, 10 in Wiscasset, 12 in Rockland, and then below 0 into the mountains pretty easily, especially with all the snowpack in place, 6 in Lewiston, 8 in Augusta. I'll show you the hour-by-hour forecast, but it's not going to show you all that much. Tomorrow is a cold but bright day, and then Sunday is more of the same. It's mostly sunny through the day. Temperatures maybe a little bit warmer on Sunday than they are on Saturday. But guys, in a lot of ways, this is like being a cold weather San Diego weatherman. There's just nothing for the next 7 or 8 days.
Yeah, minus the warmth. All right, thank you, sir. All right, today marks the 77th anniversary of the attack on Pearl Harbor. December 7th, 1941, the Imperial Japanese Navy bombed the U.S. naval base in a preemptive action to keep the U.S. Pacific Fleet from interfering with Japan's planned military actions in Southeast Asia. 8 U.S. Navy battleships were damaged in the strike. 4 of them sank. 2,403 Americans were killed. Another 1,178 were injured. The attack, also known as the Battle of Pearl Harbor, led the United States into World War II.
President Trump has announced his choices to serve as the next U.S. Attorney General and to be the next U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations. Bill Barr, who served as Attorney General under President George H.W. Bush from 1991 to 1993, will be Mr. Trump's nominee to replace the fired Jeff Sessions. State Department spokeswoman Heather Nauert is Mr. Trump's pick to replace the outgoing Nikki Haley at the UN.
Comedian Kevin Hart has dropped out as the host for the 2019 Academy Awards. Hart announced his decision on Twitter last night. In the tweet, Hart said that he didn't want to be a distraction on a night that should be celebrated by so many amazing, talented artists. Kevin Hart was announced as the host on Tuesday and then quickly came under fire for some old homophobic tweets and jokes that recently resurfaced on social media. Throughout everybody's life, there are moments that are good, moments that are not so good, and in the last 48 hours, a little girl from Lewiston has experienced a pretty low low, which was followed by a pretty high high.
Yeah, it's a story of vision, a bump in the road, and a community rallying.
We first met the Bollard family in May of 2017. Then 9-year-old Caden and her parents had started a food pantry out of their home to help those in need. About 20 months after the pantry opened, they were set to move it out of their home and into a physical location, 906 Lisbon Street. On Wednesday morning, 2 weeks before the new store's scheduled opening, the Bollards woke to the news that the building their pantry occupied had caught fire.
You know, we had 2 options at that time, either to kind of quit, and throw in the towel, or to pick ourselves back up and move forward. It was a pretty easy decision, amongst us as a family.
One of the hardest parts for Kevin was giving Caden the news.
And we really just wanted to try to stay focused on the positive. We were really trying to look to turn the negative into something that she can really kind of develop that sense of how to rebound, you know, how to pick yourself up in life, you know, when things are looking down.
I didn't think that we were going to give up just because my dad doesn't give up on these type of things. And I knew that like somehow either if we couldn't find another place, we would just probably transfer a bunch of stuff back to our house and like start over again.
Word spread immediately of the fire and of the Bollards' situation.
We've always been very independent, you know, in what we do, and self-sufficient. You know, we kind of try to fend for ourselves and not really put the burden on others, you know. But immediately we've had several businesses and organizations reach out to us.
There's already a new location for Caden's Kitchen, and the dream of a physical location outside of their home for the pantry will soon be a reality.
I was definitely disappointed, but now that all of the people that's supporting us and helping us, it's been making things better.
We wanted to show Caden, you know, that resiliency pays off, and that no matter, you know, how horrible things may seem at the time, that there's always a brighter future ahead.
And so sweet to see them today, and just to get her attitude. She was like, you know what, it happened and I was sad, and now I'm not. And the community has been unbelievable. I mean, they already have been given, not given, but they have found a new place where they're going to get to set up shop, and that pantry's going to happen. So.
Power of resiliency.
Good stuff, that's right.
Lots of life lessons, I love it. All right, the Christmas decorations are up, except at my house, and you better believe there are some with Maine flavor.
All right, Kyra, or Kira, sorry, sends this one and says that this is the most Maine Christmas lawn ornament that she's ever seen. I can't wait to see what that looks like when it's lit up. That is definitely so Maine. So thank you for sending in that. And if you see anything around our great state that says, you know what, that is so Maine, just put it on social media, hashtag that's so Maine. We'll find it, and you might just see it on the big TV. So there you go. All right, coming up, Jess Gagne, Jackie Munger, they're out in Utah, way on the other side of the country, getting us ready for Maine football team, big game tonight against Weber State.
Good stuff, and it's Friday. That means Maddie the intern will show us a glimpse of her life during the holiday season. Do we have a script? Do we have a script? Do we have a script?
She got younger, I think.
Isaac, you told me to do bump one. You didn't tell me that part. I know, all I literally saw was bump one. I go, oh, must be my package. And then I just realized my package already ran. Huh, look at that. Oh my gosh. Sorry. That is on moi. All right, Facebook, I'm almost able to get to you. Do you need me? That was definitely my fault. All right. We've got Chris, what's going on? Pat, it is getting cold. David, hello. What aren't we allowed to say anymore, Albert? Wayne, what's going on? And Alice and Paul. Whoa. Phil.
It's gonna be over here.
Oh,
I'm sorry to hear that. Tammy, it is cold outside.
baby.
It's cold outside.
That's what she was saying. And Mike's in Greenville, hanging out.
Am I standing here?
Are we going over
You
there?
don't need that. You can pick it out of the way. It's for. Sorry, I just broke this. It's for our shorter. Oh, do I not need this? No, you can have it. It's up to you. Does Lee take his? Doesn't matter. It's always like topics. It's always good to have a backup.
You're going to be on 8. Don't worry about it, Sarah.
Huh?
8.
Yeah, you're gonna. No.
No, stay where you are.
Confused.
Just stand there, face 8. We
Hi,
got you.
everyone. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, you just stand there and face camera 8. Don't worry about what Sarah's doing.
Oh, I gotcha.
It's gonna make you look even cooler.
She's going to make it look so awesome.
She is so awesome. Sarah is awesome.
Desiree says, you are a great addition to the 5 o'clock show.
Thanks, Desiree.
Desiree Moss. I'm just
That's
kidding.
not my sister Desiree. That's very sweet. Thank you. What else we got? Is everyone having a good Friday?
Yeah, everybody can see your boots now in this shot too. So.
I know. I almost didn't bring
Those are
them.
some bad boots.
Thanks.
Can't
Thanks.
see the other half of that, but you know what I meant. You're picking up what I'm putting down. All right, you got it? You ready to go?
I got it.
Feeling good?
The UMaine football team is back in action tonight against Utah. They are one of 8 teams left standing in FCS playoffs.
Yeah, they're taking on Weber State out in Utah. Jess Gagne, Jackie Mundry are way out left on the other coast, and I'm guessing not alone, probably some Maine fans made it out that way as well. Hey, guys.
Yes, they did. Lots of Maine's fans did. But take a look at this. We just want to show you the backdrop first. I mean, it's stunning. It's stunning. We're on the field at Weber State. It's a beautiful backdrop for this FCS quarterfinal game, but of course, everybody will really be paying attention to what's going on the field. The Black Bears playing in the quarterfinals. If they advance to the semifinals, they'll be the first team ever to do it from Maine, so it's very exciting.
And the team really just tried to lay low today. They wanted to follow their traditional routine. They had their walkthrough in the morning, and Coach Harasimiak said that they're not nervous per se, but a little anxious in these night games. They really just want to get them started as soon as possible. It's like I said, it's important for the team to stay in their regular routine. So they had their walkthrough this morning, and treat it like any other day any other game this season, including having steak for dinner last night and chicken for lunch today. When the team finished while the team finished preparing, we caught up with some parents. North Yarmouth native and Chevrolet star Joe Fitzpatrick's parents came out to Utah to show support for not only Joe and the Black Bears, but for the entire state of Maine.
Yes, they did. They say the players on the team are really like brothers, even though they come from all over, and they're extremely excited and looking forward to playing on this huge stage.
They're pretty excited about it, and you can see it on their faces when you talk to them. And whether even during the games, or certainly at the end of the game after some of the wins they've had, you look at the way they rejoice and jump with each other and hold each other and chant. They're really special. I really think it's a unique group of kids.
The Fitzpatricks say that they and Joe's 3 sisters are his biggest fans. His sisters couldn't be out here today because of school and work, but they have some watch parties going on at home, and all 3 of them are also Maine Black Bears.
Yes, it's a Maine family for sure. All right, coming up on News Center Maine at 5:30, we're going to hear a little bit more from the team, and then at 6 o'clock, big story on Mainers that are out here cheering on the team. So we'll be live before, during, and after the game with all your Maine Black Bear quarterfinal action. So Lee and Shannon, that's pretty cool. We'll send it back to you.
That's a Mundry Gagne postcard right there. We need a picture of y'all right in front of those mountains.
I thought it was fake.
I know,
I literally thought that was like a chroma key background, you guys.
Beautiful. Look at that. Good stuff. All right. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we've all heard about Make-A-Wish, obviously. Well, today they had a wish that was so good, it just couldn't even be granted on land.
Keys forecast also coming up next. Why is he not? Oh, because he's so bored.
All right, the Millinocket Marathon and Half Marathon is where it's going to be happening, says Benjamin Barr.
Yes, tomorrow.
Judy wants to know what happened to Keith.
We're going to the newsroom.
Keith's napping.
I'm not sure how to answer that one, since he's right there.
Keith's napping.
Just showed
He's
him.
tired.
Paul says to wake up. Okay, probably you guys have never heard of this or remember this, but did your kids ever watch The Wiggles?
No.
It might be a little young for The Wiggles.
Yep.
So my oldest 2 were all in on The Wiggles, and they're still around, but not like they were. It doesn't matter. If you guys remember, there was one of the characters who used to always fall asleep. His name was Jeff, and they wrote a song called "Wake Up Jeff." So he just said "Wake Up."
Oh.
The Wiggles.
Yeah. Yeah. Were they like an
Yes.
Australian group,
Yes,
right?
see?
It's all coming back. It's all coming back.
Wake up, Jeff.
Wake up, Jeff.
All right, so
where are we going?
We're going to the newsroom.
Oh,
we don't need these.
Okay. I'm so lost. You guys get some exercise on this show. What do we say?
I'll tell you.
By carrier pigeon?
when it's time.
Oh, okay. Now I'm taller than Lee.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. Thought I was.
Oh, well, I don't have this toss to cam, brother. Sorry, I thought it was only Maddie.
We're coming!
So, where is Kim?
I think she was back. It was up.
Okay.
Bush tree lighting.
Okay, now we got it. So now you're gonna need that.
Yeah.
Are we doing Maddie in the newsroom also? Or back on the desk? Okay. All right, so you'll go first.
Okay. Where it says Shannon.
Fine, figure it out yourself.
No,
you're
I'm
good. Figure it
kidding.
yourself. Yep.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You're glad this isn't a regular thing. I'm just saying.
Stand by. Does that ever happen to you? I hit F7 and nothing happens.
You gotta go on the audio cue because you won't see yourself.
All week we've been covering the life and the death of George H.W. Tonight there is a ceremony in Kennebunkport.
Yeah, and this dedication fits in with part of an annual tradition that always takes place in that town. We sent news center's Cameron O'Brien to the scene. Cam, what's happening there tonight?
Hey guys, yeah, no, it's really busy here in Kennebunkport. It took me 25 minutes to find a parking spot, if that tells you how packed the town is tonight. Everybody here in a great mood, super jolly, and check out that tree behind me, not too shabby, right? Well, it's gonna be lit here in about a half hour, and they're honoring President George H.W. Bush at this tree lighting ceremony. Now, we know a week ago, that's when 41 passed, and it rocked not only the nation, but this town in particular, because the Bush family is so incredibly important to Kennebunkport. So this is a really nice way for the town to kind of round out a week of sorrow and reverence and mourning with something super positive. They're gonna count down from 41 to light the tree, and then after they do that, they're going to make sure that everything is represented with 1,000 points of light. So it's a fabulous way for this community to remember a president who meant so, so very much to them. Back to you.
All right, Cameron O'Brien live from Kennebunkport tonight. Looks like a nice evening ahead for them.
Nice to see everybody bundled up.
Yeah.
Okay, do you remember your senior year of college?
Oh, yeah.
Were you stressed, or were you like, I've totally got this?
Totally stressed.
You probably weren't as stressed as Maddie the intern. So it's Friday, which means we have another edition of Senior-itis Stories.
Maddie.
It's the final countdown. Literally. Fall semester is almost over, and if you're like me, you're probably freaking out right now.
God, okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
Not only are you worried about finals, but interviews, graduation, and the holidays are also on your mind. Even if you're not graduating this year, make the most of your time in college. Because trust me, those 4 years go by so fast. College is for getting an education, but it's also a time for new experiences and to create memories. I encourage you to try something new this week.
Today's the day!
Whether you're a senior, a freshman, or a parent waiting for your student to come home for break, go check something off your bucket list this week. Follow me on social media and let me know what you do. Use the hashtag StartNow or send me an email. Good luck on finals, and don't forget to check off that bucket list. I'm Madison Rayner, and I'll see you next Friday.
Oh, there it is. I'm so glad that social media wasn't available to me when I was a senior in college or in any of my childhood years.
No one wants to see video of what you're doing.
Probably be in prison at this point.
Probably.
It wasn't, but not just kidding. I was a good boy. Yes, I was. All right. Carry on.
All right. A make-a-wish was granted today, and part of it can only be granted in the water. Victoria, a spunky little 6-year-old from Lisbon Falls who's battling cancer. She loves dancing, movies, the color pink, swimming, and dolphins. And it came as no surprise when presented with the opportunity to wish. Victoria wished to go to Discovery Cove to swim with the dolphins and meet a penguin. she will have a great time.
All right, so we should be getting, it's cold enough to have penguin issues over where we are. But before we get to you, I have a question. Let's take a look at this.
What do we got?
What is going on here? We've got some type. What is this all about with the Guntner Carson
I saw this
posing
morning.
thing? What's going on here?
Yeah, what had happened was, I don't know, actually my neighbor told me about it. And this is a promo idea I had that got summarily shut down by our promotions department.
Cool.
It was going to be us with jacked up arms and a half a suit. So somebody took it and ran with it.
I mean, the arms are obviously blown out of proportion, but I mean, clothes that are super small, that's real.
Yeah,
no,
that's
honestly,
real.
The only thing I edited was the arms. Just Guntner's.
You made them smaller?
Mine were real.
Yeah, yours were right.
Mine were legit.
Good.
All right, I don't even know how that applied to Christmas, though. That's the only thing I
just had to get it in there.
It's all right. We just wanted to
No,
show
I mean, like, their ad.
Oh, their ad.
I don't think it matters because we're talking about it, so.
Exactly.
Free advertising.
Marketing.
It worked.
Let's go, Franz and Hans. Get over there.
All right. See, they're real size. 38 in Portland for a high today, 32 in Augusta, and 35 in Waterville. As I mentioned earlier, actually overshot computer model guidance by a couple of degrees today. We did the same thing yesterday. So good direction to go, at least. It was warmer than forecast. A couple of snow showers up in Holton right now. That's about it. And there'll be a few scattered areas of snow showers over the next few days. But the vast majority of the state won't see any form of precipitation until next Saturday. Not this Saturday, next Saturday. That's how quiet our pattern will be. Here's a look at the satellite. Pretty clean out there as well. A couple clouds in the mountains have dissolved a bit. So as we head into tonight, temperatures will drop quickly into the single digits, some of us below 0. Rangeley, Berlin into Freiburg at 2 below, 7 in Bangor, right around 10, either side of 10 along the coastline. This is early tomorrow morning before the sun rises, which of course the sunrise is pretty late this time of the year. So hour by hour forecast showing us temperatures dropping overnight. Tomorrow is a nice bright day, but we definitely struggle with temperatures, only getting into the 20s or so along the coastline, probably staying in the teens in the mountains and across northern Maine. And then as we head into Sunday, it's another similar day, relatively bright, maybe a mountain snow shower, and temperatures right around freezing along the immediate coastline. And we do it again on Monday. Not much going on here. Temperatures right around freezing again on Monday afternoon. So our pattern is pretty boring, as we just talked about. There is some stuff going on in the eastern seaboard, just not to us. So watch this next storm on Monday into Tuesday. Look at this thing. This is going to be a big deal for the south. Snow down into Atlanta and through parts of North and South Carolina and eventually into Virginia, but well out to sea for us. And just wait through all of next week until our next storm arrives. And again, that's probably Saturday, next Saturday, as a rainstorm, most likely. So, you know, we talked about how we got off to such a strong start with the snow, but if we got a couple of weeks where it didn't snow, all of a sudden we'd be closer to average, and that's what's happening. By the way, earliest sunset is tomorrow, so that's some encouraging news there. It starts going up. It takes a while, though. It takes till January 16th to get to 4:30. And then by March 2nd, of course, it's 5:30. You know, that's the thing I thought about. I like snow. I like skiing and all that. If winter didn't have the 3:55 sunset, I feel like that would be huge.
That is true.
I agree.
It's not how seasons work, unfortunately, the angle of the sun and whatnot, but that would make a huge difference if the sun didn't set at that time. So Saturday is the earliest. We start going slowly back in the other direction.
Our prediction's looking good. I said a few weeks ago this won't be a top 15 winner of all time. So I'm feeling right now
we couldn't
pretty
have,
good about it.
I mean, if we had stayed on that pace, we would have had 400 inches of snow. So we had to slow down at some point.
Well, now's good.
Yeah, now's good.
Yep,
Keep
all
that
set.
going.
Put the brakes on.
All right, dogs, all the dog lovers here. So is your dog name on the most popular listed dog names out there? Rover.com looked at their recent database of more than 1 million dog names and found the most popular name for 2018 is Max for boys, followed by Charlie, Cooper, and Buddy.
Buddy. For female dogs, most popular name is Bella. Coming in second is Lucy, followed by Luna and Daisy. Name Cardi was 50% more popular for dogs this year, as well as, Ray, I love this one, Gambino.
Oh, Gambino. Dog, yeah, probably a poodle.
Dogs named after a popular villain were also trending, with Loki.
Sure,
taking the top spot in that category. Is that something we should know about? Loki?
I'm just going to be low-key on that one.
Yeah, anyway, all right.
Get it?
I get it.
All right, let's keep going.
A little slow. All right, there's more in the case of contaminated water, drinking water at Pease Air Force Base. Federal and state officials heard emotional testimony this afternoon from former New Hampshire Air National Guard members and their families.
And in Orono, scientists and engineers are working on a solution to purify dirty water to the point where it is safe enough to drink. Those are stories coming up on News Center at 5:30. We are coming back with Brain Drops right after this.
You are, right? And I'm leaving?
Okay, bye.
Okay, see ya. Do I take this with me?
No, you have one set up downstairs.
Okay.
Yeah, we will put it back over.
Thank you. What? Sorry. I'm so amazed. Wait till 6. Yes. Okay. All right.
Bye.
See ya. Yes.
Shannon is leaving because she's going to run, there you are, downstairs to do the 5:30. But Shannon and I will be together again tonight for News Center at 6. And Keith as well. So the band will be right back together in just about a half an hour. So we will see y'all for that. Oh. Hey, Keith. Benjamin wants to know if there's any way to work on the framing of the shot, because sometimes where you stand blocks the time and temperature stuff that he's looking at. I've passed that along to management of the weather department, and you can expect an answer.
Yeah.
Might not be one you want, but
We can change framing, but I'll look real short, so that's something to think about.
okay. Oh, whatever. Do you remember the beginning, Isaac? What did I say? What are the last words that got said before the open ran? Buckle up. Oh, so there you go. This is a buckle up show. We're not going to send you into vacation with an easy one. Going to make you work for it a little bit. Yeah.
Where is everyone?
It's December, dude.
It's kind of early though. For those watching at home, there are like
Don't know.
9 people in the office today. And Lee was 3 of them.
I was going to say. Yeah, I think Shannon and I have been the only 2 people that have been here every day for the last 2 weeks. There hasn't been anybody else in this building on a regular basis.
Yeah, I took far last night.
Yeah, so.
That was to just do mainly home improvement.
I mean, it's
stuff.
vacations, and Cindy and Sam went to DC, and Coco and Zach
Sure, we
are
did send a
in
bunch of people out.
Houston, and Jess and Jackie are in Utah, and so tis the season. All right, we're going to do some snap maps for you. Good news for you as I stand right here is I can't actually see them. So I'm going to go all the way over here to the monitor. Oh, it's Friday, and somebody's having some food. So yeah, it looks like
Do you get down to Boston much?
Loving their cannoli. I don't love cannolis.
You don't like? Oh, I was going to quiz you on cannolis.
I don't love them.
That's an unpopular opinion. That's a hot take.
Is that a deer?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
How come it's not running away?
Look at it. Yeah, the deer doesn't even. He's not even freaking out. That is such a cool shot.
We're up at the end of it, right?
Yeah, no, I believe hunting season is over. Yeah. But that is
maybe he knows that.
Cool.
Maybe he knows the hunting season is over.
To be that close to a deer and not be in a.
Yeah, they're really skittish.
Yeah, maybe he's like, you can't shoot me.
Hunting season is over.
I saw the calendar.
You willing to take that risk?
You can't shoot me.
I don't know. All right, so I'm going to take you a minute to digest this graph here. This is this year temperature data for fall. Okay, and so the normal temperature range is in the yellowish color, tan. The record minimum is in the blue, and the record maximums are in the red. Okay, so the bar graph is our temperature this year, highs and lows. And so what you see, and this kind of makes sense, is that early in the season we had these ups and downs. So we kind of started off a little rocky, but we got really warm, then cool, then warm, then cool. And then we got into this cloudy pattern, temperature stabilized. See that right around normal because it was so cloudy, nothing was driving our temperatures. But look what happened around Thanksgiving. That is a big anomaly in there through the end of November and then into early December. And so let's go over to Bangor, same deal. So it kind of tells the picture of our fall in a very interesting way, which is that we flatten out during the cloudy period, but then we go down substantially around Thanksgiving. And those anomalies are something we haven't seen a lot of in recent memory, and Bangor is actually even a little bit cooler right around Halloween. as well. And the last graph is to show you how unusual this is, because this is from the 1940s to now. The general trend, of course, has been for us to be warming during the fall, but this year has been cool, and there's no way, you know, you come out of fall without being below average. The question is, what will the winter look like? And this is not only interesting from the standpoint of this is your life, but it's also interesting and important to remember that in this overall warming globe, you are going to have changes. You're going to have ups and downs, and you look at this, and it's all a mean of that. As long as your trend line is still upward, you know what's going on. But there will be very cold years, and it looks like at least this year's fall was one of those seasons that was very, very cold.
And it's still hard, I think, for people to even realize that as we inch closer to Christmas, we are technically still in fall.
Right.
Like, we're not even in winter yet. It's, you know, I mean, so all the snow that we had, all the cold temperatures that we've had, it's still supposed to be the fall season.
And wouldn't it be interesting if we had a white Thanksgiving and we had a brown Christmas? I'm not sure if that's the case. We have plenty of time still.
It was, what, 3 years ago? 2 or 3 years ago? 60 degrees on Christmas Day?
Right.
I've
got
a video of my daughter swimming in a pool with snow around her. So
can happen. Can happen.
That'd be nice. All right, you know what else is nice?
What?
News Center Maine at 5:30. It's coming up now. Have an awesome weekend.
I remember.
Thank you.